Hey riders, here's a new addition to the starter guide, and this is very much a starter video. As you can see here, I am going to do my first ever workout on Rouvy. Yes, that is true. I've been on Rouvy now for 3 years, very beginning of April. So we're at 2 years and 9 months, 2 years, 10 months coming up. And I have never done a workout yet. So I thought, why why not leave it? Let's just get after it, right? So I was just kind of browsing around in the app. I was kind of late to adapt to the new version. I'm still currently running 3.13. There is an update coming out. Well, it just came out 3.15. Not sure what the changes are yet, but I'm sure they'll be exciting. And as I was browsing through the home screen, getting more familiar with it, it's very easy to move around the home screen in the app. All you have to do is a few key things to remember is you can actually scroll to the right. You can pull tiles over from the right. So sometimes people are like, I can't find this. Just pull things over, right? Just pull them over. That's all you need to do. So this workout popped up as a recommended challenge. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really a fan of workouts. I've been talking a little bit about it with people as to doing them. And this one just happened to have an extra 600 XP points built into it. So you will get green XP for doing the route, plus you will get a bonus 600 XP on top for doing this challenge. It's called Swift and Fun. Today is December 14th, and there's still 3 days left to do it. On average, basically doing a ride you will get maybe, I guess it depends. Let's just say 300 to 400 XP. Probably more closer to 300, 400 if you're working extremely hard XP. And the XP is used to level up, get higher levels. Levels peak out right now at 100. They used to be 80. So I thought, why not? Something new to do here. And I just wanted to experience it. So I guess I'll just jump ahead and just say I really liked it. This is way better than what I thought it was going to be. Um, I was kind of really surprised. Now, one thing to note: these workouts they don't give you coins. Now, coins are critical because coins is how you buy the better bikes. And your starter bikes outside of the Cube Arium, the time trial bike, the starter bikes aren't that good. You need to save up some money, hopefully 50,000, and get yourself like a Cervelo S5. I'm working on saving now to get the Propel. So what I did was I just jumped into this workout. It's called Los Pistoleros. That's what the workout's actually called. So I guess the workout would be the bottom of the screen, the yellow and orange bars and stuff, right? It's 600 XP. It's a 28-minute and 45-second long workout. And the route that you will be on will be the Sella Ronda. That's the default route. Just looking at my legs here spinning away. If you've never seen one of my videos before, this video has been turned up 2 times to get it down to a reasonable time. So the 28:45 for the actual workout, plus a little bit here and there. I like to get them down 15, 16, 17 minutes. I think this one's going to be around 17. Now, the route that I'm following is the Sella Ronda, very famous route in the Dolomites and Italy. It consists of 4 climbs: the Campolongo, the Pordoi, the Sella, and the Gardena. I did this ride a few weeks back. Fantastic route. Everyone should do it. So what I did notice right away is, and I was expecting this, there's no hills built into the workouts. It's up to you to keep your resistance high, your power high enough to meet the power targets. So as you can see here on the top of the screen right now, I'm supposed to be doing 234 watts, which is 85% of my FTP. So you can see in the middle of the screen right now, I've got to do this for 2 minutes and 12 seconds still. And then my next sector will be 95% of FTP at 1 minute. So this will be kind of like the first kick up. So you can see right now I'm on that. Look at the very bottom of the screen. What you should notice is my heart rate's 143 on the left-hand side. My power output is 228, 230 right now. And my cadence is about 90. On the far left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a bar that's going up and down. with like red, green, orange changing. This is telling me, hey, you're going too hard, or hey, you're not working hard enough. This takes a while to get used to, I found. You will see there'll be little quick notifiers at the top. Did that one just pop up there? Yeah, as we get closer to the end of this segment of the workout, it's going to say, hey, get ready. We're going to jump to the next segment, which will be a hard part. I'll have to hold 95% of FTP. If you've been riding for a long time, you're not going to find that to be a problem. Like I think right here, increase in less than 30 seconds. So it's telling you, hey, it's coming. Get ready to put some good power out. Once you kind of get your cadence stabilized, you'll find it's very easy to stay on the target. So let's just see what happens here. So I've switched over to that 95% FTP. And, I'm riding a little bit higher right now. And it gives you a percentage too on the left-hand side of how much you're actually pushing. So here we're at 104%, 100% effort. So I'm staying very close to that 261. Like you can see now on the top in the middle, it's saying my target's 261 watts. And when I'm looking, I'm just going to use the bottom. I'm 264, 268, 260. It just kind of depends. You're probably better just to keep spinning it out versus trying to switch gears. When you switch gears, you're really going to fall out of the target zone. But yeah, so you can see now we backed off. Now we're in the 75% of my FTP, which is 206 watts. Now, I guess what's important to say here is you should have a rough idea of what your FTP is. I'm not sure what Rouvy defaults it to. If you put in a huge number, it's going to expect a lot out of you on these rides, and you're going to come nowhere near close to doing it. One thing I thought was really cool, which I didn't notice till later on through the route, if you look at the bottom, which looks like a profile, and I'll go back and say this again. So in the Sella Ronda right now, the Campolongo climb, at the very beginning, there's a big stretch that's between 10 to 12% gradient, up to 13%. I didn't feel any gradient here. There's none. There's not supposed to be. This is just pretty scenery for you to look at as you're riding. And also, I just noticed too, I forgot to mention, I'd left my ghosts on by accident. So they're still here with me. And it's like I always say every video, and I'm going to say it again. Emma's always the one that's near me. I swear, maybe every different person has a favorite rider that's with them, but Emma seems to be the one that's around me all the time. It's pretty funny, actually. So what's going to happen now? Okay, so now we're going to be heading back to 85% of FTP. So that would be a target range of 234. So there you see 240, 238, 227, 230. I'm right in the ballpark of where I need to be. And the little bar chart thing, or I guess it's a power gauge. Let's call it that. My power gauge on the left side is right in the middle, floating around there. Like I'm holding this power really good. And I found this just took a little bit of time to get used to. You can see a few times coming up, I'm going to push it a bit harder, only because I want to see what happens. So like here, it's saying go, 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 go. I just actually jumped up my power there. If you look at the very bottom, there was a little power spike. And what's really cool to see too is, I'm going to back up about a minute here now, what I was talking about before. The profile on the bottom, which is not a profile, it's just your workout, there's a white line that's going to, what you want it to do ideally is for it to track it perfectly. And it's going to be tracking it live, real time. You can see, if you stare closely at the very bottom of the screen, there's like a little circle on that white line that's bobbing up and down. So here I just dropped it way down now. I got to get my power down. I probably changed gears there, so it spiked right back up. You want to try to keep that little white line on the workout profile. You can kind of make a little game out of it. So you got some great scenery to look at. You've got your ghost riders. There's no drafting effect at this time. What else can we see? You've got your time of the workout in the bottom right, and ETA. That's going to be the time till the finish. So estimated time of arrival. You basically right now, when I'm looking at this, I've got just under 13 minutes to go. And for my first workout, this is really enjoyable. This is something totally different for me. I've never done one before. I've never even attempted to do one. I did notice that you've got your XP, your green XP is accumulating in the top left-hand corner. And that's the XP you would get just for doing this route. Now, that number, whatever it's going to be at the end, I'm going to get 600 XP added on. So if you're in like an XP race, you're trying to level up, you want to catch up with people, maybe you've signed on, you and your spouse, you and your buddy, you and friends, whatever. Your local groups just kind of switched over to Rouvy. Maybe you're like having a battle to see who can level up the quickest. That just takes a lot of riding. And so if you're smart, you can use the challenges to get XP bonuses to increase your levels quicker. On the right hand side of the screen, you got your settings button at the settings button at the very top right hand corner. I didn't touch that at all. And then I noticed there's some buttons here on the right side. So I guess you can pause your workout. I think you can. I see a plus and minus. I'm not really sure what that is at this point. I didn't really play with it that much. I wonder if that means you can put your targets higher. So plus would make it harder, minus would make it easier. Maybe that one with the little arrows on either side, maybe that takes it back to where it should be. I found it really cool too on the bottom, the profile graph, if you want to call it that, the workout graph. It will move up and down. So if you start putting out way too much power, the graph will push itself down to help you track your white line better. And I deliberately do that. It might be on this effort here coming up, this 95% effort. Probably the last one. I was trying to be a good boy here and follow the program. So this is just a one-off for me. So I did some digging around this morning, and there's a ton of good workout programs. So you can do one-offs if you want. So in the last few seconds, push harder. So did I push harder here? What did I do? Yeah, so I pushed a bit harder, over 350 watts right here. And you can see the white little line on the bottom spike way up. Watch the little circle. Now it drops way down as I'm like, okay, I got to be good again. Let's get back on track. But back to the training programs themselves. This is just a workout, but there's full-blown programs in there. Like an FTP program, endurance programs, strength programs, uh, climbing program. There's a ton of stuff in there. There's all sorts of different classifications. So you could sign up for like an endurance builder, and it would be like over 6 weeks. And then it would specify how many workouts you should be doing each week of these workouts to help build that back up, right? The one thing that's good about these workouts too is that they do have a nice warm up and cool down at the end. That's something I'm trying to teach myself because I'm really bad for just, there'll be a race. I might be on at most 2 minutes before the race starts. I'm fiddling with my phone, getting my Bluetooth speaker set up properly, selecting some music. I might start pedaling 20, 30 seconds before the start with zero warm up. And on the backside, I'm even worse because the ride ends. I just step off the bike. I just walk away. No cool down whatsoever. I don't spin anything out of my legs, which probably makes for tougher recovery. I'm not saying I lay around suffering for that long anyways, but it sure would probably help if I spun my legs out for a couple of minutes anyways. And that's kind of forced into this workout here. Top left-hand corner again, you can see our XP's going up. I'm at 138 right now for this ride. Remember, we're going to add 600 bonus on at the end. So with that bonus factored in, I think I get 170 XP at the end. We can have a quick peek when we're done. We're going to coming into the last hard interval now, the last 95%. I found this workout to be very enjoyable, very fun. It did get me working. Was it brutally hard? Absolutely not. I'm sure I can find a lot tougher ones out there. I'm sure these 1 minute efforts, they could have been like maybe at 120% of FTP. And I did look around this morning and I did find them. I found ones where you'd be pushing at 140% of your FTP for short bursts, bring it down, do it again, short burst, do it again, so you're always kind of recovering. So let's see what I managed to do here at the end of this one. I just kind of slowly crank the power up. 550, 560 watts. You can see the little white line way, way up. And then I just dropped it right down, dropped it too low. So now you can see there's a big power spike there on the screen. And so at this point, we're just entering the cool down. So I'm going to be good here. I'm just going to chill, mellow out. These cool downs are probably really good because I find when I do a lot of my brutal climbs, climbs that are like, an hour and a half to 2 hour long climbs where I'm working really hard the whole way, I just kind of step off the bike, cool down, sitting here on a towel, jump in the shower, get cleaned up, and then I crater. I have to lay in bed for like half an hour just to kind of relax. So I think what I'm going to start doing is just implementing like a cool down ride. A lot of people say just use like a downhill. So you just soft pedal. It's a good way to get some more XP and gold coins. There's several bikes I want right now. The Giant Propel looks like a killer bike. It's a bike I've always admired. I've always wanted one. I ride a Cervelo S3, but I thought at the time Propel would have been nice as well. I just think around here there wasn't a dealer that had one. I love aero bikes. So I'm saving 50,000 coins, and I think I have around 26,000 right now. So I got a little work to do. To put that in perspective, you'd have to do a big climb, like hour and a half plus to 2 hour climb to get 1,000 coins. Probably 2 hours to get 1,000 coins. So you're going to do 50 of those 2 hour plus climbs type things. So anyways, yeah, this is the workouts on Rouvy. I think they're really cool. You can see I'm cooling down here quite nicely. My heart rate's back to 134. Really not working. My max heart rate did hit 169, which is not crazy high for me. Average 144. It will show you some stats at the end. What was your average power, things like that. And then this will all get uploaded to Strava as well, so you can keep track of it, look at it later. So yeah, there, I'm done my first workout. I thought that was really cool. So it's going to show me a few stats here at the end. What's it showing me? Duration, average power, my average cadence, average heart rate. It shows the graph at the end. I'm circling my power spike here. I did that on purpose just to see what would happen. So yeah, you should give these a shot. You can see it here on screen again. It's completed. There was 600 bonus XP. Here I'm showing where you can find it again. Remember, this expires in 3 days. So swift and fun. There you can see the completion bar. I've got it done, and it says done right above that in green. That's how you know you got it. Anyway, get out there and start doing some workouts. We'll see you around.